Hello, my friends. This is Dr. Jeannie Barrow. It's one of my office days. I want to take this opportunity to share with you 3 insights that I believe will help you tremendously in building your confidence, removing self-doubt, and really taking your career in the direction that you want to take it from this point forward. I know that after working and in the corporate world for many, many years, I became very clear on what that compelling future looks like for me. And it was having that clarity that helped me craft my new career as a transformational speaker, leadership coach, career strategist, and #1 best-selling author in a way that aligned with my desires to be there for my son, Kyle, and to be able to be part of his life as I wanted to be, while being a productive, constructive member of society, mother, and serve my clients. So these 3 things is what I want to share with you. The first one is know your value and superpowers. When you understand how you uniquely contribute to the environment that you are in, you're able to look at what you want and what you desire and say, this is the value that I bring. I would like to serve and contribute to my organization in this capacity. So notice how I didn't say, I want to get promoted. I said, I know I have the ability to contribute at a much bigger level than how I am contributing right now. And I would like to do that in this capacity here, in this new role. That's the difference when you understand your superpowers, what you uniquely bring to the organization. Now, here's the problem. How do you identify your superpowers? That's a big question. One of the ways that I help my clients identify theirs is by asking themselves, what is it that you do every day for work? Meaning, these are the marketable skills, the things that you get paid to do. What is that? So in my case, I put together talks for my organizations and my partners that I work with. I develop curriculum so that I can put together online courses that meet the needs of my clients. I put together presentations that address a very specific topic that they want to discuss with their memberships and their audience. I also put together coaching programs that help each individual VIP client that I work with get to their next level in business and life. I write books. So with my books, Healing Leadership and Fearless Women at Work, which was my first book, I share the insights that I've gleaned over the past 30 years in business as a woman, as a leader. So you can see that I have different superpowers than yours, but yours are uniquely yours with the background that you have. And I couldn't even pretend to have yours, and you can't pretend to have mine. We've been uniquely trained to develop these skills that we have. So when we know what is it that you do for work, that's one of the dimensions of your superpowers. Another aspect of your superpowers is, what is it? How do you do what you do? So in other words, do you do it enthusiastically, with positivity? You are creative, resourceful, you're empathetic, you are authentic, you're able to build rapport, you communicate clearly. Those are also superpowers. These are the how do you do what you do every day at work. So add those to your cadre of superpowers. And the last part of your superpowers is, or what is it that you do so well, is your why. Because your purpose, the reason why you're doing all of these things, is what is driving you every single day. For many of us, our why is to live productive, happy lives. For other people, is to provide for our families. Some of us, we want to be role models for our children. Others, we just want to fulfill our full potential. That would be my why, to fulfill my full potential, to help my son Kyle and my clients fulfill theirs. So when you combine these 3 things, what do you do? How do you do it? Why do you do it? That becomes your unique value proposition. When you understand that unique value, you can put that in your pocket And you can use that to have constructive conversations with your manager, with your team. You can use that information to influence the work that needs to be completed for work. You can use it in your personal life and understand that the environment that you are operating in would be much different if you were not there. And use that as a way to, one, acknowledge yourself that this is what I provide. My life and my career has a purpose. This is how I contribute, and use that to help you continue to grow and to help you develop your networks and promote yourself authentically, not from a place of I'm going to be bragging, but from a place of I'm going to own it. I'm going to own my superpowers, and I'm going to claim that I am an expert in a particular field, in a particular area of your life and career. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I know many of us as women have been taught to be humble and to be quiet and to stay in our place, not rock the boat. I'm not insinuating that we do any of those things, but I'm also not insinuating that you stay in a little corner minding your own business. That is not how we're going to reach our full potential. We're going to reach our full potential, at least I know I am, when I am fully who I am, and when I share that with the world around me unapologetically. So that's number one. Number two is set your vision with faith. Set your vision, a compelling vision, with faith. In other words, if you have a compelling vision about what your life could look like, your career could look like, believe in it. Don't just say it, but then the feelings is that you don't really buy it. If you do that, then you're not going to be aligned. And that vision that you have will just be continue to be that, just a vision. So how do we bring our visions to reality? I'll give you an example. When I was in this fork in the road in my career, and I had to decide, do I go left to stay in the corporate world, or do I go right to start my own business, given the fact that I want to create this life where I am closer to my son, where I'm not commuting almost 4 hours a day, where I get to live with more peace, serenity, right? When I decided that that was the life that I wanted to go in and I made it right, I had to create a compelling vision for myself. And my compelling vision was that I saw myself not commuting all that time, being available and accessible to my son whenever he needed me, spending quality time with him, spending quality time with family, and also serving at my highest level. And that meant that I had to shift and think about, what are my superpowers in the corporate world? And how can I translate, right, some of those superpowers over to my new career as a transformational speaker, leadership coach, career strategist, #1 best-selling author? How can I make that transition and leverage my superpowers and my unique value proposition to do that? And that's when I became very clear as to what really brought me alive. So I knew what I contributed, how I contributed, and why that contribution was important to me. So having a compelling vision for my future and my life, and having faith that I could make that vision a reality, was crucial. So what about you? What is the compelling vision for your future? From this point forward in your career, no matter where you are, where do you see your dreams? Where do you see yourself going? What are the possibilities? And notice if you find yourself in a position where, Jenny, I actually stopped dreaming. I don't even think about it anymore. I get up every morning, I do what I have to do, I take care of business, I come home and I take care of business at home, and I go to sleep. I don't have a dream, I don't have a vision anymore. If that's the case, I send you love and compassion, because that's where you are. So step one is to acknowledge, this is where I am. I stopped dreaming. And that's okay. That's where you are. If you're listening to this video, you're listening for a reason. Perhaps it's time to awaken your dreams. Perhaps it's time to see a compelling future for yourself from this day forward, whether you are single and you see yourself expanding your family from one to more than one. And notice I say you are already a family of one, and perhaps you're looking for the rest of your family members. If you have a family already and you see them growing older, going off to college or wherever life takes them, what is the compelling vision for your life when they're no longer home? And if your kids are already grown and left and have their own careers, what is the compelling vision for you now? Whether you are with a partner or whether you are widowed or single, divorced, whatever the case may be. We all have the right to dream, and we all have the right to believe in that vision and our dreams, and nobody can do it for us. So wherever you are, when you create that compelling vision for yourself, it becomes new life. It becomes new energy that ignites you from within. It gives you vibrancy. It gives you joy. It makes you smile. And that is the importance of creating a vision and having faith in that vision. And finally, the last thing that I want to share with you is believe in your abilities and your purpose. This is all about aligning what we see, who we are showing up, and what we want. Because if we don't align our visions, our beliefs with our actions and our thoughts, we are going to be in dissonance. We're going to be in an inner conflict with ourselves. And sometimes because we may fear that, Jenny, if I dream, I don't want to be disappointed. What if it doesn't come true? What if it's really hard? What if I can't do it? I don't want to let myself down. Those are all legitimate emotions that you may be feeling. And what if you do? What if you create a compelling vision for yourself, and every single day you wake up, and with that vision, you take one single step and another single step and another step and another step. When you are walking in faith in your purpose, life transforms, even when everything else looks exactly the same outside. You are transformed. You feel amazing within you, because you know that every step you take is driven by your purpose, by your joy, by your pleasure. And no one around you can take that away from you. Only you can give others your remote control so they can make you feel any way that they want to make you feel. But nobody has the remote control to do that unless you give it to them. No one makes you angry. No one makes you happy. No one makes you sad or upset. You make yourself happy. You make yourself sad, angry, or upset. So what is your compelling vision? Are you in faith with that vision? Do you believe in your vision? Do you know your superpowers? Do you know what they are, your strengths? Do you value them? Or do you assume that everybody else has them? Therefore, you know what? It's not a big deal. Everybody else does this at work. They don't. The way you do it is very unique. And finally, believe in your abilities. Believe that you have what it takes to make this be, to make this work. And I believe that my entire career of 30 years, I have been training to do exactly what I'm doing right now, to share with you what I have learned so you can take yourself to that next level, so you can continue to grow and share yourself, your whole self, with the people around you, and to also live with joy, because that is all that life is about. If we don't live with joy in our hearts, joy if we're taking care of a loved one, joy if we're going to work, joy if we're going to the gym, joy if we're going to a viewing, to say goodbye to a loved one. That's what life to me is all about, to embrace and live with joy. So with that, I'm going to finish this quick video. I want you to know that I'm sharing this message from my heart. It is a message that I am taking seriously for myself. And as I go on my journey and as I find these golden nuggets to share with you, I hope that they help you find the little pieces of the puzzle that we're all looking to connect so that we can truly live a life that is worth living while we are here living it. You know where to reach me if you need help and support in creating your compelling vision, understanding your unique value proposition, and believing in your abilities by building a growth mindset. You can always reach me at callwithginny.com. And if you want to learn more about our services, you can always go to executivebound.com, where you can find all about what we do and how we do it, and how we can help you, your leadership teams, and your organization. It's been my pleasure as usual, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Live with purpose, live with joy.